What's up, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of All the Things Sort of Truth. It's the alcohol-fueled chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a dog bowl full of craft brew on the side. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade.
And this week we're going to be talking about Chapter 41, one of my personal favorites of Wizard's First Rule.
Yeah, it's a good one. a lot of good child violence.
A lot of stuff in this one.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys are here with us yet. I know we had a couple of our listeners waiting for us over on Facebook. So hopefully, if you aren't yet, you will be finding your way here shortly. Yeah, as we said, this chapter is going to be about Richard spending some time with Denna for the first time, getting to know each other. It's going to be super cute.
Getting acquainted.
Mm-hmm. And then the princess gets what's coming to her.
Finally. Love it.
She's a real bitch.
It's actually pretty horrible. But yeah, she totally deserves it. And when we were on our last live episode, actually, this is what I was referring to.
Her tongue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being, like, removed.
Yeah.
By her.
Well.
By her teeth.
By her via Richard.
Yes. I want to take a quick moment to say hi to Jenna. She has found us on Spreaker. Hello, Jenna. We are so happy to have you here. I know you are not the only person who's been like, how do I do this Spreaker thing? We know it's a little bit weird asking you guys to go to a place you normally don't go to listen to us, but this is the easiest way for us to do the live episodes. So we're happy you made it, and we look forward to talking with you about this chapter.
Heck yes, and I am currently trying to figure my technologically shitty self how to share what we're doing currently to the Facebook page. So maybe it's a little easier.
Oh, I also want to say hi to Al Meyer. What's up, man? I saw your post. He's like, well, we're waiting. At like 6:05, me and Jade were both like, we're late. What are we going to do? It's like, they're used to it. It'll be fine. We are going to try and make that better in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for like bearing with us.
Yes, we've had, you know what? We have had a couple people getting a hold of us this week. I do want to mention, if you guys are getting a hold of us via the voice chat, we are getting it. We are thoroughly enjoying that. We don't, however, have caller ID, so we don't know your name.
Yeah, we've gotten a few texts from people this week, and none of them have a name attached. So if you want us to know who you are, you can throw your name on there. If not, it's totally fine. We still enjoy reading them.
Yeah, you're anonymous. It's cool. We like it.
Safe place.
But we can just, we're just going to dive right into this episode. If you guys aren't here yet, I'm sorry if you missed the beginning of it. This should still upload so you can listen to it later. But it's kind of a long chapter, so I don't want to, like, bullshit around too much.
Yeah. I mean, we do have our drinks in hand, so it will still be a normal episode in that regard.
Yeah. Hey, Samantha. Right? That's who that is?
Yep, Samantha Ryan. Howdy. All right, so this chapter begins with Richard finding out just how fucked he really is. I mean, really, truly fucked. I mean, I shouldn't even be laughing, but this is as bad as it gets.
Yeah, it's not great.
He wakes up on the floor, and he's got both his weapons. So cool. And he's got the Nightstone. So cool. But this is something that Denna had mentioned in the last chapter. She doesn't have to take his weapons away.
No, she's got control of him, like, totally.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a power move, obviously. Keep your sword. It's not going to help.
It's kind of like me and you. Like, you can keep your swords.
I have the weapons, but Jade wears the pants.
Or the leather Word Sith outfit. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
It depends on the day.
Yeah. That's Tuesday night, you know? Thursday is a whole nother thing. Monday and Wednesday we podcast. What's up?
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, sorry. I'm going to do my best to limit my and my ums because normally you don't hear them. And I could edit them out and sound smarter than I am. So, Richard decides he's going to, like, ask her some questions and figure out the situation. And Denna reminds him that he is supposed to, like, call her mistress and be super polite. And the way the way that she does that is by, hitting him in the face.
Yeah, smacking him.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah.
And he keeps using, like, first he used Kaylin, and then he uses the woods to, like, distract himself and put himself in a different headspace.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to not think about what's going on, but she is so deep into his head that doesn't even work because she knows that's what he's doing. She even calls him out, like, you're thinking about a stupid tree. That's not what I told you to do, and then he gets the bane.
She's like, think about my boobs. Sorry.
He had an in there, but he's had Kaylin in a way. In a way, he almost got to have sex with the 4 ladies in the Mud People's Village. He's had a lot thrown at him lately.
I mean, he did get his hands on Kaylin's boobs. It may just come down to they're not as good.
Yeah. Those are okay.
I'm really just a handful man myself, That's
Yeah.
It was a little much. Something like that. I don't know.
Richard being as flippant as he is, I'm surprised he didn't have it. Okay, you know what? No, I'm going to take that back. He was kind of busy while that was happening, getting the shit kicked out of him and all that. So maybe he wasn't quite as sassy as he normally is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would like to have seen Richard say something funny.
Well, he is a little bit. He makes a comment about being like, oh, I'm so glad you're the best. And then she smacks him, and she's like, don't be flippant again. So he's like, okay.
Got one in, though.
I get it. I can't be sassy. I apologize.
Sassy equals blood.
Which he likes. She gets all horny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's all about it. Horny Terry poking his little naughty head out again. I was thinking of the right word, and then my brain froze when I looked at you because we made eye contact, and you were like, what are you going to say?
We're going to go with it.
It's live. Don't fuck it up.
Richard attempts to choke Denna, and he's taken down by the pain. He thinks about the woods again, and that's when... Oh, I just went backwards. It was all going to be redundant if I kept talking. I apologize. Dark and Rawl told her that one of his own gave him up, but not who. All she knows is that she's supposed to train him and teach him that his life is hers. And she, like, controls how much pain he gets and when.
Yeah, the concept here that I was trying to understand. I mean, I can't because I'm not in his position, but the concept she is trying to get across to Richard is that he doesn't belong to him. The pain, the relief he feels at the end of their session, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is given to him by her. Like, his default is the hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, to a regular person with a normal functioning brain, you're afraid of the pain, and your relief, your comfortable moment is your default.
Yeah.
She flipped that completely around, and she said, no, pain is all the time. I mean, especially when you don't listen. And then I'm giving you the gift of relief.
Yes. Which is why he, like, he pretty quickly goes from being, like, Richard to like doing whatever the fuck she says. It happens like rapid fire in this first day. He doesn't care if he ends up being her mate, because if he dies as her mate, he's probably not even gonna make it that far. He's not worried about it because he's pretty sure Dark and Raw is just gonna fucking kill him himself.
Yeah. And I mean, here's another thing I thought of. Dark and Raw, okay, we know that he doesn't have the box, but in 30 days, all this is over. Either Dark and Raw doesn't get the box, and then, like, he dies. I cross your fingers, hope that these people working for him will be like, oh, well, my job's done, and maybe leave him alone. I'm assuming that's not something that a Mord Sith would do. Or Dark and Raw does get the box back because Richard's not there to defend it, and then he wins, and then in 30 days, everybody dies. Anyway. Right. So it's a very... that is a 2319. Sorry about that. It's a very dark thought to have, but, like, you got a month, dude. It'll be over in a month. If you're going to subject yourself to it, and, like, I don't want to say lean in, because obviously he's not happy about it, but if you're going to go in, like, okay, yep, I'm whatever it is she wants me to be, in the back of my head would be 30 days. And tomorrow would be 29 days, and I can make it. Or just tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think that is part of it. He's like, well, this might last a couple weeks, but I can handle a couple weeks if everybody else is going to be okay at the end of it.
Right. I mean, yeah. If he's got to sacrifice himself, it's going to be for the good of everybody else.
Right. So after a couple days, Denna tells him that they're going to end up going to a different place with all the other Mord Sith who are going to be able to play with him. It's going to be super great.
Yeah. She likes to share. Yeah, that's okay.
She's kind.
Now, she is kind. Darken, well, no. She's kind to the other Mord Siths. Kinda. Darken requested her specifically train him, though. When she's done, the hope is that Richard will be malleable enough to just be like, oh, yeah, the box is over there.
Yeah.
Fuck, you want me to go get it for you?
Yeah. Except it's not like a hope for her. She's like, it's a for sure thing, because, like, I'm relentless.
That's why Mord Sith exist, that we know right now. They get information.
Yeah, they're like the people who work at the Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Quote-unquote questioners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, she's one of those people. And, you know, she can basically break any guy she's ever been faced with. She's never really had an issue before as far as that part of it goes. We do learn a little bit more about her later. I won't get into that now. But she even goes so far as to offer Richard, like, her. You can be my mate if you're a good pet.
Yeah.
And again, Kalen's are better. So Richard is like,
maybe not. And at this point, Richard still doesn't believe most of what she's saying. He doesn't believe that his friends betrayed him and gave up the box. And he doesn't believe, hang on, I skipped a little bit. He doesn't believe that his friends betrayed him to Dark and Raw. Like, that's how he got there.
Right.
And he figures that Darkin has to be using Wizard's first rule, and he tells Denna that he bought the Sword of Truth.
Yeah, he doesn't let her know that he is, in fact, really the one true seeker.
He's trying to hide